1-800-419-3267. That's 1-800-419-3267.
Sully thought he could make money in shorts until we saw him wearing some. This is the Big Biz Show.
Russ and Sully, Big Biz Show, bigbizshow.com. Let me give you some real-time numbers here for you to look at. Dow Jones currently up. Let's call it 53 points. NASDAQ up about 1. Good day on Wall Street today. We're brought to you by Prudential. Let Prudential be your rock for retirement. Also brought to you by Bayer Advance. Better science, better results.
Better believe it.
Starbucks Coffee, Napa Auto Parts, Hot Office Furniture, Tax Resolution Services, and Outback Steakhouse. Thank you, friends. Mm-hmm. Boy, oh boy. Coming up next hour, I got Norm Vonnegut, cousin of Kurt Vonnegut, author, and ponders the question, what if Tony Soprano ran a hedge fund? Also, Freddie Sachs in the business of Hollywood will be here. We'll do a little buy-seller hold, give you some prizes. Our telephone number is 866-606-TALK, 866-606-6825. But right now, I've been waiting for this moment.
This is cool.
I want to talk him into doing this again. Keith Chambers in studio.
Little laugh.
Keith Chambers wrote the book Pull, Marketing Secrets the Fortune 100 Use. He is, if you don't know him, you should. He is on our website as a member of the main cast. He is the founder and president and CEO of the Chambers Group, product development, positioning, and branding. He's worked for some of the biggest brands in the country, and now the Ivy. What's it called? The Ivy Club. What was the club you just spoke at? That was a big deal.
That was at the Penn Club, but it was all Ivy event. So
an Ivy League club. This guy's invited to places that you and I are not allowed to be in, Russ.
Well,
that's what it comes down to.
That's why.
So we did a contest. If you're just joining us, we did a contest called America's Marketing Makeover. In fact, this is Keith's brainchild. And what we did is we put it out there to the listeners and to the viewers, and we took entries for a small business in this country to have a marketing makeover with Keith Chambers. It was a great idea. And he could have gone easy. He could have taken the brewery.
Right down the
street. He could have taken the bakery. The bakery. And he could have taken the consulting firm. But no, he takes the single most difficult business I have to believe, the single most difficult business that anyone could, and it would be a pet crematorium.
Yes.
What were you thinking, man?
I was thinking exactly that myself.
This is the hardest thing I could possibly do.
Or why not do it? Also, I had interviewing conversations with a number of business owners, and once you spend 10 minutes talking to Ricky Farmer, you just got to help this guy.
Yeah, Ricky Farmer was the winner of the contest. He had a company called Precious Memories, Private Pet Cremations. LLC, just like this. That's important to know.
Yeah. Oh, good, honey. Let's go with
That's
them.
important to know. And he had a brochure that would take. You could read War and Peace in about the same time as it took to read his brochure.
A lot of words there.
Yeah, there was. And in any case, that's a difficult business.
I like to buy the pound sheet on the back there.
Oh yeah.
0 to 25.
Cost of cremation. He goes right from Precious Memories to
here it is.
Yeah, that's it. So Keith, take us through again, kind of what we did along the way here, because today's the big reveal. We're going to take the rest of this hour and kind of move through this, and I'll give you some numbers and news along the way. But we're going to bring Ricky on line via Skype here in about 10 minutes and let him talk about it. But in the meantime, why don't you give us a review from top to bottom?
Okay, let's look real quick at sort of the view from 20,000 feet. For the most part, what I can say, my experience is that there are two things that must be present in order to be successful if you're selling anything anywhere, whether it's a consumer good or a service of any kind. The first one is a powerful and compelling sales message, period. Okay? Second thing is an adequate number of exposures to your target consumers.
So people have to see it, is what you're saying.
Right. And that sounds really simple, but it's really true. So what that really means is that first thing is absolutely critical, because you can resolve the second thing just by buying more advertising or get out on the streets. You can handle that.
Right.
That's an easy one to handle.
Sure.
So what we specialize, of course, is in creating those powerful, critical sales messages, and that's essentially what we did with Ricky's
Precious
business.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So as we moved along, we've covered a lot of distinctions on the show over a period of time.
Sure.
Things like attributes and benefits, and you know, reasons to believe and why to buy, and so forth.
I mean, yeah, the who, what, why, where, when, why, how, the whole thing. We've taken it. This has been an advertising course. Is really what it's been.
It has been. It has been. And so what we did is we first started. We sat down and we evaluated his sales message, looking at all those, what it is that he's saying, what's present, what's missing, and then we started over. And we collaborated with him, and I also collaborated with 4 of the executives that I work for out in the corporate world.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Some big wigs.
We did.
So you went to your homies.
Yeah, my homies, you're right. Well, I'll have to say that I do get a lot of support. I get a lot of support internally in my own business, and I get a lot of support from teams, on the other side, on the client side.
Yeah.
So it's always good to get, second, third, fourth opinion, particularly when it's from all these high-powered folks.
Yeah, right.
And I'll tell you one thing that was really made it fun was that they jumped in with both feet.
Really?
Well, is this a great exercise for guys like you? Because let's face it, you guys are dealing with some pretty high-level stuff all the time.
The big
and to get a chance to deal with the dry cleaner, the deli, the pet.
Right.
I mean, seriously, this must have been a blast for you guys.
It is so much fun because, and we can lead someone like Ricky through it, even though he doesn't have all that sophistication. We can walk him right through it because we ask him to create lists of different kinds of marketing distinctions.
Right.
So we asked him, for instance, we said, give us a list of what you think are benefits. In other words, what's in it for the consumer who decides to go with you? What's in it?
Right.
First thing out of his mouth was absolutely dead on. Now, that was the only time it was dead on, but that was the first time
So when you asked him, what did he say?
He said, peace of mind. And I said, whoa.
Wow.
Whoa!
Jeez, that was like the best
mind.
answer you could have given.
That was
great.
it, and and I tell you, we worked for weeks after that, and we're never able to top it. So I think he's got it.
That's right.
He's got it. And then as we move through the solution here, we'll show you how that shook out, and also what you have to do to empower that in order to make it work.
This is going to be, I predict. I mean, you worked on a lot of brands.
Yes.
I mean, big brand folks. I'm talking like Campbell's, Pepsi, Coke. If you've heard of a brand, you worked on it. I believe that this is the biggest makeover you've ever done. Because
no question.
it's got to be some of the most fun you've ever done. Because because I've already seen the before after, and you folks are about to hear about it and see it. But the before after is so incredible.
Yes.
Because what it wasn't and what it is now. Because really, it wasn't anything before. I mean, basically, it was just, this is the difference between taking, in 5 seconds when you see the new brochure.
Yeah.
In 5 seconds, you got this thing figured out.
Yeah.
And before, it would have taken you 10 minutes to figure it out with what they had before. And I'm talking about their threefold brochure.
Yeah, and it's laid out beautifully and it reads well and so forth. But what's really important is the message. What is being said? What literally is being said?
Well, that's the point. And when we show it, it's what you said on the front page. The first fold of this thing has everything you need to know, with the exception of the minor details.
And LLC.
And LLC.
Many times, like I said, we've discussed and we've defined different distinctions.
Yeah.
And all of those distinctions that we've talked about over a period of time really are in here, too. You remember we talked about George Zimmer?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Oh, yeah, the Men's Warehouse guy.
You're going to like the way you look, right?
I guarantee.
You're going to like the way you look.
Well, that's exactly what peace of mind is.
Here's him right here.
Get the Cole Porter out.
You're going to like the way you look.
That's him.
That's him. So you're exactly right. And the interesting part about that thing is that another example of an advertisement where you remember the ad, probably don't remember the guy. Or the product, I should say.
Exactly.
So I'll tell you, let's take a quick break. We're going to come back. I'm going to let you take us through to the current brochure and the new brochure. Then we're going to introduce Ricky Farmer to you folks because I think it's important for you to meet Ricky. This is a pretty great deal. We're going to keep them for the rest of the show. I'll give you some numbers when we get back from the break. Still looking at buy, sell, or hold. If you've got a stock you want me to look at, give me a ring at 866-606-TALK. I'll do that for you. Lots more business talk to come, and Keith Chambers from America's Marketing Makeover. By the way, pick up his book, Pull, available at Amazon.com, any major bookseller out there. Or just visit our website and click on Keith's face there. It'll go right to his website. Russ and Sully, Big Biz Show. BigBizShow.com. Stand by.
Felt like you were running with nowhere to run to, or any funds to run, but have to borrow money just to run away.
Robert was being dogged by a